Hi, this is Ryan, and this is my update number one on my Capstone project. So, for my Capstone, just to give a brief recap of what I'm trying to do, is I'm really trying to predict a player's performance stats in the NFL, specifically a wide receiver's performance on an upcoming game based upon one, their previous performance throughout the years, and more specifically, their most recent games, as well as other stats such as the upcoming defenses they may play and those defenses players' stats and their team stats as well, such as their QB's stats throughout the game. So, for my data, I was able to pull data from the Sports Radar API, specifically for game statistics of NFL seasons from the year 2018 to 2024. This took much longer than I thought because Sports Radar API has a daily rate limit and monthly rate limits, so I was only to make a certain amount of calls per day in order to get all um, the data I needed across all seasons. So it was kind of a multi-day process of just pulling data, waiting the next day, pulling some more data. Um, so with that, I was able to get the full season. I think it's 6, 7 seasons of data that I needed. And currently, I am working on the data aggregation aspect of converting the JSON to a usable CSVs on individual player statistics per game. So it would have specific player as well as the game they were playing and other factors about that game. Um, some issues I'm mainly having with the aggregation is since I am trying to predict a player's performance based on their previous performance, as well as factor in the upcoming defensive performance of the opposing team. I'm trying to figure out the best way to kind of organize and aggregate this data into kind of a usable form and how that would look like. As of right now, I was able to kind of split each season, each game and player by their different stats, such as receiving stats, passing stats, defensive stats, and rushing stats. The one big problem I have where I may need to incorporate more data and pull more data is that these stats are only listed for what was shown in basically the box score. So it doesn't denote the full rosters of each team. So, in terms of if a certain wide receiver is going up against a certain defense, I don't necessarily know all the players on that team, or if like a certain player may have been playing or not playing on that team after potentially being traded or being injured. So I'm basically just working through that right now. I think I'm going to need to pull um, individual game rosters so I can kind of factor that in as well because I know those in terms of predictions those are known before a game usually starts, but yes, any tips would be helpful in terms of basically aggregating it and being able to kind of predict a wide receiver's receiving stats based on these other factors.